What's up, everybody? Welcome to Relationships with EJ80 Proof. Today I'm talking about the great marriage killers. Yeah, they're out there, the great marriage killers. We're going to get right into it. We're not going to waste any time. I'm going to start from what I consider to be the most obvious down to the one least considered. The first, well, not first, number 10 is infidelity. Infidelity is a great marriage killer. My thing is if you promise to your wife or to your girlfriend or you promise before God or whatever that you are going to stick with this one woman and not mess around with nobody else, then you have a responsibility to try everything, to do everything that you can to keep that promise. And don't give me that, sometimes things are just so much, I can't keep a promise. That is just a BS lie, okay? You can keep any promise that you make. It's all up to you to decide you want to keep that promise or not. And then on top of that, to make infidelity even worse, is the lies you pile on top of it to try to cover your tracks. Brothers, sisters, we are going to find out. We are going to find out. And that betrayal is a great marriage killer. Number 9 is insecurity. I don't even know why this is even on the list, because insecurity is like the most ridiculous thing ever. Pardon me. This is how ridiculous insecurity is. I have to have a drink to talk about it. Insecurity has nothing to do with your partner. It's all to do with you. Insecurity is when you don't feel like you're enough in some category. So because of that, you flame out anytime you see somebody else looking like they're enough in that category. I mean, a perfect example. Your wife has a best friend who's like a bodybuilder. He's like 28 years old. And he won a couple of Mr. Olympia, so he's got money and all of that. And you are 47 years old. You got a little beer gut. You know what I'm saying? You have an average job. You make average money, And just because they're friends, you're going to project, oh, you can't be friends with him. I don't want you around him. No, I don't trust him. And it ain't got nothing to do with him, and it ain't got nothing to do with her. It's your own fears. Let me tell you something. If a man or a woman is going to do anything, they're going to do it anyway. And there's nothing you can do besides tying them to a sink or shooting them. No, I shouldn't have said that. No. There's nothing you can do that's going to stop it. And if your partner has not shown you that they're on that, walking off to the side type joint, if they haven't given you reason to be thinking, oh, this might be going on, what are you insecure about? It's just crazy. You have to learn to be secure in yourself, okay? Because I am perfect in me. And anybody I present myself or presents to me is perfect. That's it. No insecurity issues. Except for my drinking. If she drinks more than me, I might be a little insecure about that. Number 8, which is quite related to what I just spoke about, jealousy. Jealousy is a great marriage killer, okay? Because you are hating on people who have other things that you don't have, which you think makes you look small and insignificant. Oh yeah, me and my wife, we live in this apartment over in Harlem and whatnot. And then your friend or your coworker is like, yeah, well, me and my wife, we just bought a house in the Hamptons. And now you're like, this mother, oh man, I don't mess with him, man, cause he try to show off and whatever. That bum, you know what I'm saying? He probably got that house from his father or something. He ain't buy that, and now you mad at him because he got a little more success than you. Well, not success, but a little more funds than you. You know what I'm saying? Your wife is mad at you because your boss, his girl, looks like 10 times better than her in her opinion. So she's like, dang, why you gotta work here with her? Cause she looked just like the type of girl you would cheat on me with. What? And now you mad at the girl, you mad at the boss, you mad at me, you mad at everybody. And ain't nobody do nothing. I'm pissed off because John got a promotion and I didn't. John came to work every day on weekends too. I don't work weekends. John deserved that promotion. Stop hating and just get over it. Man, jealousy is crazy. Number 7 in my list is money. Now, money, 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 money. You would think that money would be the least of our problems. But let me tell you something. If you don't have enough money, you got trouble. If you got too much money, you got trouble. And especially in relationships, and it depends on who has the money. And here's why. It's not about the money at all. It's the power play. It's the control. Because my wife, she's an attorney. She makes, she's an attorney. She makes like $80,000-$90,000 a year. I'm a security guard. I make $11.50 an hour. So I come home and she's like, yo, and I'm like, yo, why can't I have dinner? And she like, what? Look, first of all, I work hard. I pay the bills here. I do this and I do that. You make your own dinner. Wow, we got issues. Or vice versa. The guy is the attorney and the wife is the security guard. And so now he comes home, yo, what happened to where's my laundry? What happened to this? What happened to that? And she's like, well, look, I'm working too. What? You call that a job? Look, I'm the man of this house. I take care of everything, okay? So if you, come on now. That little job of yours, you can do. That's all it is. It's a power play. Nobody knows how to say, you know what? Whether it's a dollar or $1,000, as long as we're putting our money on the table together to accomplish a common goal, there ain't no ruler here. Ain't no this is what. We work together and make things happen together. If you did that, money wouldn't be a problem. But we don't. Whoever has the most money or pay for the most stuff or whatever the case may be, that person's got to be the person in charge. That guy got to be the big dog in the house. Ugh, it's just ridiculous. Number 6, constantly lying. Now, if you watch some of my videos, I always talk about there's a certain type of lying that's necessary. This is not what we're talking about. When you're lying to her about where you've been, you're lying to him about where the money went, you're lying about these major issues, these things are going to start affecting whoever's being lied to. Because every time they find out you lied, that's going to be like if trust was 10 fingers, every time they found out you lied about this big thing, you lose a finger. And after a while, when there's no fingers left, there's no trust. If there's no trust, there's nothing. And trust me, I'm not talking about your wife coming to you and asking you, do you look at any women on the job? You better lie about that. You're supposed to lie. It's in the contract. I don't look at nobody. I keep both eyes tight with my eyes closed, and I don't open my eyes on the subway, nothing, until I get home. When I open my eyes, the first thing I see is you. Tell that lie. That lie is worth telling. Trust me. Don't tell her about Big Booty Judy that just got hired and she's like the mail clerk, so she's always walking around. Don't tell her about that one. You know, but constantly lying, people, we got to stop that. You know what I'm saying? Be brave enough to tell the truth. Okay? If she asks you, why did you not come home straight after work? I went to the bar, had a couple of drinks with John and the guys, and whatever. Well, you could have called. I could have, yeah. All right, I'm wrong for not calling, but that's where I was. Don't be like, oh, I had to do overtime. The boss mandated me. Because she find out, strike one. And when he come to you and say, baby, Con Edison just called me. They said the payment, the auto pay, bounced. They didn't get the money. Well, what happened? Oh, I don't know what happened to the money. I put it in there just like you told me to. I don't know what's going on. When I find out from the bank that there was no deposit and you come home with your hair looking sassy, then I'm going to be like, okay, strike one. So ridiculous. Constantly lying for no reason. Number 5, bad communication. Now, initially, one time I said all communication is good. This is something totally different. The bad communication I'm talking about is when you argue. Everybody argues. If you ever run into a couple that says, oh, we never have had a fight, run from them because they the biggest liars on the planet. Everybody fights. Everybody. Here's what's bad communication. When you're fighting and you start using words, you start calling her stupid, start using the B word, start calling her worthless, and start calling her, these kind of words stick with them. So even after the argument is over and everybody has settled down and everything is done, that pain from you calling her these words stay with her. She may smile, y'all may go in the other room and make up, but those words, she gonna remember them. And for him, when you start telling him that he's worthless and you don't need him and he ain't nothing anyway, he'll, the argument be over, but he gonna remember those words. So be careful of the bad communication when you're arguing. Because even those things, you may say, yeah, but it's just an argument. And over time, those things build up. And next thing you know, somebody's walking out the door, and you say, hey, why'd you leave her? You know what? It was just a whole bunch of junk. Because they can't remember the specific. They just know that over time, they kept getting hurt by these words. And eventually, everybody's like, I don't care. Forget it. Screw it. I'm out of here. So be careful of your communication when you are fighting. I'm EJ80 Proof. This relationships. Don't do these things. Keep your marriage together. Stay happy. I'm out.